Morning, hope you're doing really well. Today I've come to explore an abandoned lime/chalk works, and this is going to be interesting because I don't think it's in the greatest of conditions. However, it's definitely worth an explore, so stay with me, no history lesson, I'll talk you through it instead. So I'll see you on the other side. Bye for now. Right, hello. Welcome to Harefield Chalk Quarry or Lime Works. It's a bit confusing and I'll probably talk more about that in a minute. But what I'll do is at the end we sort of went past another building which I'm not sure about, so we'll have a look at that when I walk back. But the main structure is here, and the first thing that you encounter is remarkable bits of history that are left, really. Now, I have no idea what these buildings are, and for very good reason, because most of it, in fact, is a mystery. In terms of, it's very rare to find any bits of added information. These just look like storage units. They definitely were used for storage of some sort. Disgusting. Oh. Look around here. Let's see what's in this bit. Yeah. Usual rubbish and clothes and everything. But like I said, there really isn't that much here to look at. I mean, it might look quite big, but it's quite sparse. But look at the... It's amazing how much graffiti is here, and I was very well aware that there would be a lot of graffiti here. So it's quite exciting to sort of see that as well. I mean, it's a place that a lot of people have visited, so this isn't new by any means. But, wow, yeah. Oh, there's that new thing that they put up, like a canoe type of thing. We'll have a look at that. You can't sort of see it. It's like a Team GB thing. But let's have a look in here. Well, lots of noises of pigeons and everything else. So it must be in the... Not exactly sure what this could... Well, it's obviously the ground level, because you can see the steps. It's remarkably dark in here. These just look like normal buildings, nothing special to report at the moment. Lots of graffiti. Ah, toilets. Come on, it wouldn't be a Phoenix History channel if we didn't check out the toilets. Well, we're definitely in an area where... Oh wow, look at that. The bottom half of the toilet's still there. And what looks like a very old tissue dispenser. Never seen that before, it's quite cool. Oh, same on here. Everything's been smashed up, as you can imagine. Looking out onto the canal. And then, looks like there's a shower. Yeah, it must have been a shower cubicle, which is now home to bags and bags of rubbish. So look at these little light switches. There's a nice one there. Loads of pigeons. Right, let's see if I can try and do this. That was easy. So like I said, there's really not much here, but we'll have a look what we're looking at. There is a tram, there is a tunnel of some sort here. There it is, down there. We'll have a look at that. There's one there, but there might be more, not sure. Like I said, the layout is a mystery really, but it's interesting. Look at all the colours. You've got to admit, that's pretty cool. A hub for graffiti artists. I've seen this before in, where do we see it? The abandoned sports centre. Amazing. But like I said, this is, so I'll point stuff out when I'm at the top actually, because we've got to do this. So you can see this amazing machinery. What's that say? I can't actually see it from here. Edgar Allen and Co. Sheffield. Let's have a look. Wow, look at that. Right. We've got to do some more climbing, I'm afraid. Got to go up. So let's do it. Right, well, we've made it on top, and yeah, if it looks unstable, it is. It's quite a unstable surface, and it's old. So let's have a look. If you're afraid of heights, probably isn't the thing for you to do. You probably noticed when I was walking down there was a lot of rubble and masonry. I'm assuming that's from a dereliction of the buildings. If I just point some stuff out to you. So I'll give you a history lesson now. Behind us, the whole area that I'm situated in was a chalk and lime works really. But this was the main building, and it's mega huge. And it's just sort of hard to imagine that at one point this would have been heavy industry. And then if we look here, try not to if we look here, that is the, I think it's the Grand Union Canal, and so you can see how ease of access, the fact that you've got the canal here, and then you've got what would have been the chalk works and the quarrying all there, which is now it's now like a, I think it's like a rubbish tip site, I think, from what I know. Didn't actually see any signs, but so in terms of history, the dates are really rare in terms of trying to find anything solid. There is an early map from the, I think it's about the early 1900s that I saw, where this building was here, and that was on one of the heritage maps that I saw. And if you looked around, there were loads and loads of chalk pits. Not anything deep that I could see, but chalk, and obviously extraction for lime, which obviously where you get stuff like this, where they could be used for extraction and obviously funneling it down. Amazing, really. So in terms of the history, that's pretty much it. It's labelled as Harefield Chalk Works or Chalk Quarry, but apart from that, nothing else. I couldn't give you a proper history lesson because really there is nothing on this site that I could see. Doesn't mean that there isn't stuff out there, but it wasn't easily accessible. And like I said, the only clues that I had were looking at heritage maps to find this building was here next to the canal, for obviously ease of access for transport. But at some point this fell out of disuse, and I want to say it was in the 1940s. So yeah, exciting. But now we're going to go up onto the final bit, which I don't recommend anybody doing because it is just dangerous. But do you know what? Let's do it. I'm actually going to film doing this one-handed again. Don't recommend doing this like this. Oh man, that's wobbly as balls. Let's put you there. Hi. Right, this is very wobbly and very unstable, so I'm not going to spend too long up here, but at the highest point, if you look down, there's an awfully big drop, and that's the Hanging Monkey, for which if you type in on Google, that's what this comes up with. So somebody decided to hang a stuffed monkey here and call it the Hanging Monkey. Amazing. So there you go, we're at the highest point now. Oh, like I say, if you're not a fan of heights, I don't do it, but I wouldn't also recommend going on this bit because this is the only bit of metal that's keeping me up. There's a couple of brackets. Obviously the older this gets, the more unstable it gets, and as you saw coming up, it's quite exciting coming up and down the ladder. But yeah, wow, beautiful day. Amazing. So what we need to do is we need to go down and have a look at the rest of the quarry site, or at least the workings anyway. So let's go. Oh, before I do that, one more look whilst we're up here. Wow, brilliant. Right, let's go. Oh, and if you're wanting to know, yes, the ladder is covered in complete pigeon crap, so that's exciting. Anyway, we've got to keep going. Right, so we've taken a look in the main complex, and I suppose the only other stuff to look at is in here, so we'll do that. Kind of crazy to think that we're up there. Like I said, if you're afraid of heights, don't. Let's take a look at this. So I think this is one of the outpourings for one of the kilns or something. I'm not 100% sure. See, that's a conveyor of some sort. But let's actually have a look inside. So obviously this is facing into the chalk pit itself. So let's try and squeeze around. Whoa. Wow. Smells rather funky in here. Well, that's a nice bit of unstable. I don't know if you can see it's bowing. But look, here's some tram tracks. So this would have been a conveyor, I'm assuming, leading from the actual inners of the chalk itself. Wow. Wow. Looking up there. Yeah, look at that. That's bowing. I'm going to go in a little bit more. I know some of you are screaming at me going, that's the most stupid thing ever, but it's what you got to do to make a good documentation of something. Yeah, look at that. Amazing. Wow, that's so going to go at some point. Don't know if the camera can pick that up, but it's literally on its last legs. And then if we look back, you can see, I mean, this is amazing in itself. Oh, these little tracks here. How cool is that? And obviously lining up with the, I'm assuming where the deposit would have been put down, put on the tram tracks and then headed into the main section of the quarry. Wow, very cool. Right, well, you've seen that, let's head out. Well, it's always interesting what you can find here in these unusual places. Computer and IT equipment for recycling only, no general waste. When this cage is full, please call Chiltern Recycling. Yeah, I think they've got other things to worry about rather than just a computer storage unit. There's lots of them here actually. Very cool. What a beautiful day to go out actually today. It was got a couple more places to go. As you probably know, I was recording bulk, but it's so refreshing and so nice to come out on a glorious day like today. Wow. Yeah, look, the pigeons are looking at me like, what the hell are you doing here? Why don't you smell of spray paint? But the history's still here. I was surprised actually at the condition of a lot of the stuff. Obviously it's dangerous, but yeah, look, that again looks like a sort of conveyor belt. I don't think I can get up there actually, especially when it's a skeleton sort of frame. Never a good idea, but all that's doing is just using onto a conveyor belt, pouring down. So again, we know it was a chalk quarry, also labelled potentially as a limeworks, so they're converting it. We know that it's by the canal, so that's interesting. We know that in historical maps it was at least dated to the 1800s, sort of early 1900s. But apart from that, so the rest is a mystery. I've been giving you little bits of information, snippets, so if you've been paying attention, you'll know. But I didn't want to give you a full history lesson, like I said, because really it would be like a 2-second one. Well, so what is this building? Is the question. Up all night apparently. Lovely colours on the graffiti, I've got to admit. And as I've always said, thinking of that sports centre, you know, at the end of the day, if nobody else is using it, you know, then you might as well just use it for people to show off their creative flair, you know, for which I don't have a problem with. There's always going to have to be outlets for stuff like that to do, so might as well. Yeah, that's pretty much it, everybody. I'm assuming No, you can't. Look like you could climb up on top of them, but you can, but there's nothing there to look at, so there's not really much point. I'd be climbing up to see nothing really, but like I said, all of this is a rubbish tip now. So yeah, and yet beyond us was chalk pits. Down there to our road was chalk pits. Like I said, the whole area was primed, and like I said, because of its advantage next to the canal, it made it so much easier for transportation. And because we're not too far from London anyway, obviously it's a huge part of heavy manufacture. So actually, even though there's not much that's here, the importance of what is, as I always say, it's still nice to document it, even though it's not in the best of conditions. And I'm sure probably in about 10 or 20 years ago, there probably was, you know, more to see, obviously. But now, it is exactly what it is, just this ruined dereliction. Can we go through here? Yeah, look, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All that history that's still here. I'm assuming they've done that because originally the entrance would have been there. So what they've done is to stop anybody from going in at all, they've probably blocked that part up. And obviously everything else they've just filled in with rubble. Fascinating. But like I said, this just proves how close we are to the canal. Amazing. Right, we're now in the heart of the operation, I suppose you could argue. And to note that we were right on top of that. Trust me when I say it was very, very wobbly. And this is one of these types of places. Normally I wouldn't film, normally I'd just go for myself. I've talked about that before, that really what you're seeing on this channel is a fraction of what I do, and actually the more extreme stuff is the stuff I don't film because I need that for me, and also I worry about encouraging other people. But yeah, brilliant really. This one just covers it enough that we should do it for the channel. But trust me when I say it, I've been on wobblier, higher structures than that. And even though heights don't really affect me too much, I'm pretty okay with them. Trust me, as you probably can imagine, I've been in places that have really tested my vertigo. But I don't want to reminisce over it either. Ooh. But yeah, that was pretty mild considering for what I've normally done in the past. But yeah, there's the hanging monkey. And this is this weird canoe. Team GB, I think it is. Yeah. See if we can get a bit closer. See if we can. Well, I know we can. Yeah, you won't be able to see too much. Yeah, Team GB, I think that says on it, with a love heart, and then the canoe. You can see that there's a ladder up there as well. You can see that? That's how they've been, I'm assuming, getting over there to try and fix it. But what a remarkable thing. Yeah, beautiful. Well, got one more final building to go to, which is the one that I talked about at the beginning of the video, which is the one that I walked past, but I wanted to do the main bulk of it first and then head back. That's normally my theory with stuff. I always say that I normally, if it's an abandoned structure, I'll normally make my way to the far end first and then come back, because I like that idea of seeing if there's anything I'm missing rather than going and filming towards it, is what I'm trying to say. I hope that makes sense to all of you out there. But yeah, brilliant. Went in there, we saw the toilets. Obviously we climbed in. So yeah, like I said, there's not really much there. Interesting window frames, and that's lovely, isn't it? Beautiful bit of artwork, that. Whoever did that, well done, I really like that. You know, perfect place for graffiti artists. Completely out the way, not doing any harm. Yeah. And then going over to our first mystery building that we saw, which probably was utilities or stuff like that, I can imagine. The first building that we're going to go to up the road, I've got a funny feeling it was like a guardhouse or something like that, or not as a guardhouse but an entrance post, you know what I'm trying to say? So you come in, entrance, sign in, reception. Yeah, you know what I mean? I think that might be it. So let's say goodbye to the main bit. Harefield Chalk Quarry, Quarry Works, Lime Works, and yeah, let's head out and see our final bit for today. Come on. Covered in graffiti, actually. The irony is, of all the buildings that were covered in graffiti, this, for its size, has got the most. Look at that, that's a drain pipe. I wonder what's inside. That's really getting my interest now. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay, not a pillbox everyone, but just as cool. Must be a substation. Look at that! Wow! Wasn't expecting that. Huh. How amazing. Wow, those fuses, look at that. Oh, that smells of oil. Right, what does it say? Manchester, England. Type something, A3 is it? Long and Crawford Limited, Manchester, England. Can't actually read the rest of that. What's it say? No, that one's just as bad. There's an on and off. Look at that, the old on and off. Oh wow. What a nice treat to end on. Oh, here we go. Long and Crawford. Gives you a serial number, amps. Look at that, 50 cycles, braking cap, 250 MVA. I'm not sure what that means. Wow. Oh, that's pretty nice. Look at that, look. Old switch. Obviously totally jammed. Either that or I'm just really weak. Probably both. Oh, look at that. I wonder if that's an old sliding shutter, maybe. Oh, what a brilliant thing to end on. How amazing. Oh, that's nice. I'm really pleased about this. Sometimes it's these tiny little buildings that you can easily dismiss as I walk through a cobweb. Wow, how brilliant is that? Huh. What a brilliant structure to end on. Doesn't say anything else on it. So that pipe that we saw around the corner, do you reckon that was a drainage pipe, or do you reckon it must be, because it's going up into it? Do you see? How brilliant. Oh, what a brilliant thing to end on. Let's have one more look. So I think it must be some sort of substation. See all the electrical stuff down there. Wow, very cool. Very cool. Oh, what a brilliant thing to end on. to make my way out now. I really love that. Whoa, sorry. Really love that as he does a zoom in. Yeah, spectacular. Nice thing to end on. Well, what a nice little explore for all of you. Sorry I couldn't be much helping. I documented it. But like I said, the lack of information makes it very, very difficult. But yeah, wow. Very cool. Right, well, in the immortal words of Phoenix history, thank you so much for coming along with me. Hope you had a really nice time. Stay safe no matter what you're doing. Feel free to spread the word of the channel. And love to all of you out there. Have a great day no matter what you're doing. And I really mean it, you're amazing out there, every single one of you. So thank you so much for your love and your support. Take care, everybody. You ready for me? Come on then, let's go. Kapow.